This evening, we're talking about the Young Vote with Clayton County Board of Education District 1, Miss Jasmine Bowles. Alrighty, guys, I am here with Miss Jasmine Bowles, Clayton County District 1 board member. I am a huge fan. I can't wait to talk to this young lady who is moving and popping and everything that young people need to be. Beautiful, intelligent, and making moves, okay?
You're too
Jasmine,
kind.
how are you?
I'm well, Miss Sabreen. How are you? Thank you so much for that warm introduction. It's an honor to be speaking with you today. Thank you for having me.
Yes. I mean, as we talked a little before we start recording, I am just a huge fan of the young movement. And I want to push you guys and support you in any way that I can because the world is definitely yours.
Thank you. That means the world to us.
Cool. Now, before we go, let's explain your position in Clayton County and what that entails. And want to break it down for younger voters or voters to be so they understand what a school board member actually is.
I love that question. Okay, so I am what's called a school board member. And here's what that means. Here in Clayton County, we've got over 80 campuses, 55,000 students, and about 8,000 educators and staff members. And the person who oversees all of that is called the superintendent, and he is hired by the school district. Well, the superintendent also has a set of accountability partners, and those are the board members. So there are 9 elected people. That means they are not hired. And the difference between someone who's elected and hired is really just the salary, right? So our elected people like me, are usually volunteers, really, who give a lot of our time and work hard to make sure that the superintendent has what he needs. Specifically, what that means as a school board is we ensure that the policies that the superintendent needs are in place. We ensure that the budget is well resourcing our students, staff, and district. And then the final thing is we make sure that he feels like he's got some feedback through an annual evaluation and what it takes to manage and oversee the superintendent. So that's what a school board member does. And I'm really proud that I am one of the 9 people on the Clayton County Board of Education. I'm proud to represent District 1, which is actually where I grew up.
Awesome. Tell us where is District 1? Where exactly, what city would we know would be District 1?
District 1 is the southernmost part of Clayton County. So I like to describe it as the south side of the south side.
Okay.
And that includes the Panhandle, which is some of Lovejoy, some of Hampton, actually some Fayetteville, which is something a lot of people may not know.
No,
and so, a little bit of Fayetteville, Hampton, Lovejoy, and some Jonesboro. That's where I am.
Wow. And we're forgetting one major accomplishment. You are the youngest elected official in Clayton County. Is that true?
That is true. I'm excited to not hold that title for too long. But yes, ma'am, that is true right now.
That's amazing. Millennials rock. You guys rock. You rule the world.
Thank you.
Okay. Well, I'm going to move along and talk more about Clayton County turning blue. I'm 42 years old. Now, they said in 1992, that was before I started voting. I'm not that old, okay? So 96, that was the first time I voted for Bill Clinton. Awesome. And it definitely hasn't been blue any of those times. I went to college, Howard University in DC. Of course, we're always blue. I lived in California, always blue. Always. But home was solid red, red. Okay?
Oh, my goodness.
In Clayton County, which is the county that we live in, was the first county to kind of flip us over to blue with a few thousand votes. How did that make you feel? How did that happen?
I mean, I remember the evening I was watching it all happen. I could barely find the words to describe how proud I was. And it wasn't necessarily because of what I saw happening. It was that the world was finding out what we've already known. And here's what I mean by that. I really liked hearing about your story and a little bit about the other places you've lived, because, it sounds like you've got a liberal, super blue spirit, but like some of us who even feel that way, the place we call home wasn't always like that. And to be in a red state in a blue metro has been tough, because our state, the state house, the state senate, and the governorship has often held values that are in direct conflict with things that me and the people who look like me often care about. And so it was surreal, because all my life, all I've heard is flip Georgia blue. But this was the first time that I actually believed it. And so that was why I made it my business to start working with the Georgia Democratic Party to actually phone bank and make those calls. Part of, it was funny when we were phone banking, we knew that our opponents were knocking on doors, and that is one of the traditional ways to win elections. But knocking doors during a pandemic isn't bold or courageous, it's irresponsible. And so it was really cool to make sure that I was on a part of a team that didn't make excuses. We just found another way. And so watching not only the state flip, but my hometown put it, on the map, it was incredible. It was incredible, but it's no secret to me, and I've actually been preaching this for years. Clayton County is the bluest, blackest county in all of Georgia, and we've known that. There's nothing democratic, nothing progressive that happens in the state of Georgia without Clayton County support. And so it's been a huge, huge honor to be a part of the movement that's helped flip it blue in partnership with all of the incredible organizers, Black, brown, men and women, young and old, who've worked together to make this coalition happen. No one deserves all of the credit, but a lot of the people who are getting their flowers certainly deserve them, including Stacey Abrams.
Wow, definitely. Now, getting to that, you spoke about the state Senate and the state House. We know that we have this huge election coming up January 5th. And traditionally, I would be so scared, but I am so hopeful that people understand the importance of giving Joe Biden and Kamala Harris the tools that they need to succeed. Because if they don't have the Senate, although they'll still be able to rock, it'll be so much harder. How is it that we can get the message to young people that the Senate is important? What can we do?
Well, it's a funny sentence to say out loud, but it's true. We really do have the opportunity to not only dictate the future of our state, but the future of America. And the future of America really has a sincere impact on the future of the world. And so the second that we can show people that your little bitty mind and heart and soul in this one little bitty house, in this one street, in this one community together can actually dictate what happens around the world. It's the butterfly effect, right? So that ripple, and making sure that our students understand that this is bigger than you, and actually opting out. At this point, I don't really want to be like, I'm happy to educate folks and answer questions, but this is serious, and it's not heroic or brave or cute to opt out. It's not revolutionary. It's not whatever people think it is to opt out. This is not that. And you need to do all that stuff another time, because during this election, we have a real opportunity to make sure that we not only have the president that we need, but that president has the power that he needs. And if you forgot what this feels like, just think back to what it felt like having the first Black president who had his hands tied, and the grace with which he exercised the entire tenure that he was in there, without tantrums, without scandals, without half of the foolishness we've been through in the brief 4 years that this person has been there, with all of the tools that, my forever president didn't have. So when I think about, restoring America's everything, respect,
dignity,
power, dignity,
morality,
all of it, the soul of America, right? When it comes to restoring that, we have a lot of work to do, and it's nobody's, this is not the time for anybody to feel like this isn't their fight.
Well, thank you so much. We're going to end it there, knowing that it is all of our fight.
That's right.
I'm going to name this clip that. It's our fight.
January
5th, get out, vote Warnock, vote Ossoff. That's just my personal opinion.
That's right. Yep. These are just personal opinions, yes. Not at all on behalf of any entity. These are Jasmine's thoughts, and I just happen to agree with Sabreen.
Thank you so much.
Thank you. Thank you. I appreciate all the contributions you make, and thank you for your time and talent and sharing it with our students and our community. I really appreciate both you and Mr. Straker, and anything I can do to be of service, you just let me know.
I will. Okay.
See you next time.
Bye-bye.